listening to Accent on TV. Best of Poland and Europe. Right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hello, Ilona Europa, Monday. Every Monday in this wonderful chair, in this great studio. Accent on TV, the best of Poland and Europe and the rest of the world. But today, some shows are very, very interesting. Some shows are very, very important. Some shows are very, very colorful. Another one, very entertaining. But today, I don't know, I'm a little nervous. I have in my studio boss, very important gentleman. For like 3.5 years right now, I think Monday is one of my favorite day of my life. And I think this is partially because, like I mentioned, the boss of LA Talk Radio.
The boss is here.
Okay, boss is here.
Yes.
Hello, Sam.
Thank you for having me, Ilona.
Can you introduce
And-
yourself?
Yes, I'm Sam. I'm the owner of the station, and I love Ilona to death. And Ilona invited me to be on my first video show on LA Talk Radio after we've been doing it for over a year now.
This is
The video part.
The video part. This
video
is
part.
so special moment again for all of us. Having you here it wasn't
Well,
easy.
thank you for inviting me.
How could I not?
What do you
I
mean,
asked
was
you
it not
few,
easy? You asked me and I came.
few times. I
No,
asked-
this was the second time, Ilona.
I can go back. I think it was 3 maybe times. But
Maybe, but
when somebody
look.
says, I know you're busy.
But
I'm
now,
not-
it's like things change with the schedule in the evening.
Yes.
So now I'm more available on Monday nights. So
Great.
that's why I didn't hesitate, right?
And
you
you
asked
know what?
me, I
You
didn't
could
hesitate.
say no, and I will be okay with that. But I'm
No.
happy you are here with us.
Yes,
and that's
I'm
why I'm
here.
saying I'm a little bit nervous because Sam is not only owner of the LA Talk Radio station, but you have your own show.
I do. In fact, my show is the reason why the station was started, and it's currently called Sam in the Morning with Kelsey, and it's on every morning right here on LA Talk Radio at 10 a.m. Pacific. And we talk about just about anything, really, our lives, what's going on in the world. We have a guest just about every day. And you haven't been on the show for a while. You need to come back,
I
right?
think I never was as
What
a
do you mean
guest.
never?
I brought wonderful talents.
Right, but you were a
with
guest on my
me.
show once.
No, I wasn't.
Well, our memories do not jibe tonight. I
Okay,
don't know
you know
what's
what,
going on,
but
but that's
we-
okay. Now we're figuring it out on the air.
Yeah, but
and
we
we'll
see
figure
each
it out.
other so much,
I
and
know.
like I said, we both are working very hard on our shows, and
Right.
we respect each other so much. You gave me really the best Mondays
The
of my life for
platform,
last
right.
3.5 years, which I really appreciate, and having a chance to have my own video show, on camera show, and have with us guests that sometimes I invite over and over.
Hello.
And this is one of this time that we will be having pleasure to listen to your new songs and talk about your life. And your name is again?
Ivan Smirnov.
How do we like the
Ivan
accent
Smirnov.
of this
Sounds good.
gentleman? Yes, Accent On is about people with an accents.
Right.
Who are in America and are
And
doing
you're
great.
joining us from Europe, probably, right?
Yeah, I'm from Russia originally, and
He's
that's
originally
where
from
I'm
Russia.
Yeah, and I've been here a few years now.
A few years.
12
So this is
years.
home for you now. Yeah,
This
12
is
years.
home for
is
me
home.
now. This is, City of Angels.
Yeah. Very
Eh.
good.
And
Yeah.
he's so
But it's such a Russian weather right now. It's
Really,
thunderstorm and rain, and I just feel like home.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
huh?
I
Yeah.
hate it. I know that you sometimes like the show.
I love the rain.
Do you?
I love the
amazing.
rain. But you don't, I know. Did you grow up with rain, Ilona, in Poland?
Of course, 4
Yeah.
seasons. We had perfect, like in Russia, mostly.
Right. But
yeah.
cold winters too.
Ugly.
Right?
Very cold.
Very ugly winters
very-
in
yes.
Poland.
Then
So-
we complain, but we have nothing to complain about. But I don't
Exactly.
like the sound. I don't like the thunders.
Oh,
and all
really?
this.
Wow. Maybe it brings back some memories for you or something. that
My
you
life
don't
is
like.
all thunder, all
Really?
about thunders, and I'm like, done. I want a peace and sunny, some
just
nice,
lie
calm,
on the
nothing
beach.
boring. I just
Wow.
want like steady, mellow. But no, it's not here and not
Yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah.
Then, Ivan, we need
Yeah.
to maybe a little bit remind people who you are, because you were here 2 times already. Last time we had
It's my second show.
on
Yeah.
camera.
The video show. Yeah.
And last time we had your wife with you.
Yeah, and my wife and my son, our
And
son.
yeah.
My wife is Lorraine, and my son, his name is Alexander.
Oh, nice.
He's,
How long have you been married now?
I think it's 10 years now.
10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Wow. So you
And-
came here, you grabbed an American woman, and you ran with
Australian
it.
woman.
Oh, an Australian
It's-
woman.
He's
it's-
got
it
an
gets
accent.
tricky.
LA, wow.
It gets tricky. She's an
Yeah,
Australian
huh?
woman who was born in India, and
Oh,
Yes.
wow, it is like
yeah, it's
gets
very,
tricky.
it's
I'm
very
telling you, it was
tricky.
Very
the best
interesting.
show because she had a great accent and she's so colorful and so smart. She has a very important position in things that she is working on and in entertainment business also. But Ivan has great Russian accent. I have very good Polish accent. You have a little
all
bit
got
of
accents.
accent that
Yes,
you.
I do. I'm from Israel. I've
Cool.
lived here. I'm celebrating 40 years this year.
Wow.
40 years. I came
Wow.
here in 1976. That was the
Wow.
year of the American bicentennial, which meant it was 200 years old. America was in 76.
Right, right.
Yeah, you see, 1776 to 1976. And I came here actually on just about on the 4th of July that year. So it was a very
Wow.
patriotic year for
Awesome.
America and everything. It was really cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
And a lot less people at the time, as you can imagine, 40 years ago. But today everybody's coming here, and I mean, I'm very happy in LA. I had times when I had trying times here during my life, and I would blame it on living in LA and everything, and how the people are terrible and all that. But you know what? The bottom line is, if you're happy with yourself, you're going to be happy where you live. That's one thing. The second thing is, look where everybody else moves if you want to know where the best place to live is. And everybody comes here, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
look, LA's got
Beautiful weather.
3.8 million people, and we keep absorbing more and more all the time. All the new cars we get here every day. Think of all the new cars. Where do all the old cars go? Nowhere. So they stay around, because now
Because
cars
such
last
a
a
good
long
weather, they
time.
just stay.
Right,
Yes.
Alona? So then what happens is we got all this traffic here. We don't know what to do with it, and it's only going to get worse.
Oh my gosh! And now you say we'll never leave this place because we just cannot.
Right.
Oh my God!
It's even worse when it's raining.
Oh,
Because
God.
everybody's like,
Right?
what is this? It's water. Dripping from the sky.
That's true. That's
And,
true. People go crazy.
My friend once told me a story about snow in Los Angeles. I don't know if it's true because you've been here many years.
40 years. Yeah, I've never
There
seen it
was-
snow.
there
Well,
was
I have
snow.
actually. I have seen it snow.
Once the snow hit and the freeway, everybody stopped.
Yeah,
And,
probably.
and they just looked and nobody moved. It was
Really?
the biggest traffic jam in the history of America.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We are not
Well,
afraid
yeah,
of
we
snow
don't get a
from
lot of-
Europe. You don't afraid of snow also, yes?
Well, I wasn't born. I mean, I wasn't raised in snow, really. I mean, in Israel, you get
Yeah.
mostly
Warm,
like, warm and Mediterranean weather. So like here, a lot like here.
and you moved
it's
to
just
LA
more
because
humid.
you wanted to get education in America?
I
That's what
moved.
you said?
Actually, I did not move to LA. Originally, I landed in Las Vegas.
Oh,
In
come
1976, it was a pretty small town
Was
at the
nothing
time. Let
there.
me tell you,
Wow.
there was about 150,000 people living there at the time. That's not a lot,
Very
And
little.
I remember, I mean, the town was very small, but that's why I picked it, because I had the options of either going to New York City or Las Vegas. I had been to both places the previous year, and my parents said, well, which one do you prefer? Because that's where I had some family in both of these
Yeah.
places.
Okay.
So New York was too big for me, coming from
Yes,
Tel
yeah.
Aviv and stuff. At the time, Tel Aviv now is pretty big, but nothing like New York City.
Yeah.
But they say New York City is like a big Tel Aviv, because Tel
It's
Aviv is
overwhelming.
open 24 hours a day. People go out late. Here we don't have that, right? I
Yeah.
mean, in how's it in Russia? Do you guys get to go out late and things are open late?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Not like here, right? I mean, here everything
No,
closes
here-
at 11.
Something is
It
weird
is
about
weird,
Los
yeah.
Angeles.
It closes early. People cannot drink until they're 21.
Yeah.
I think
and they
people-
can do anything
Because
else.
they
They can
have-
have children, but
Right.
they cannot drink.
Because people, I guess they realize people are not responsible with the alcohol when they're under 21.
Maybe it's to do with driving too.
It does. It
Yeah.
has everything to do
Yeah.
with that and being responsible.
But we all three are here in Los Angeles. You are pretty successful businessman, visionary. You're very unusual gentleman.
Thank you.
every time when you enter the studio, I always think, my gosh, how many years? Is 8 years already?
8 years for the station.
years.
Yes, LA Talk Radio has been around for 8 years.
Yeah, and I
We just
we
celebrated
all
8
see
years.
everybody asking me, who are these people?
Congratulations.
We have so many pictures of hosts.
Hosts. We
yeah,
have 80 shows.
80 shows.
80 shows.
Then
That's amazing.
That's a
8
lot,
years
right?
ago, you woke
Network.
up and you said,
I want to have my
"Okay,
own radio show. That's what I wanted.
one radio show."
One.
That's what-
I mean, that's the reason I started this. Is I thought, look, if I start a station, I can have my own radio show. And that's what I did. I had a few people join me right at the beginning. And then I realized that we could make a station out of this. So a few people came on board. We started the station, and eventually more and more people joined us until eventually, it was word of mouth, or people would just go on the internet and find us, and they go, wow, I can have my own radio show. And so that's how we've evolved.
And everybody who watches us or listen to our show, yes, you can have your own show.
There you go. You see,
yes.
let's Alona promote the
Yeah.
station.
You know,
3
the
years
land of
ago-
opportunity, right?
Land of opportunities.
Yeah.
I always dreamt about having my own radio show, and I was sure that I wanted to talk about people with an accent. That's in America, of course. In Poland, I didn't need to dream about my own show. I had a lot of shows. I was a singer,
Right.
and I'm always, when I go back, I still do my stuff on TV and have interviews. But having the right to just love to talk to people and have something to say, or just bring the people that I feel are very interesting. And in my situation, I knew that I want to speak from the perspective of a person who has an accent. And most of my friends always ask me, how do you do life in America? We cannot achieve what you are achieving. And
Wow.
I always say, what is the difference between me coming from Europe and why I'm not afraid to take a chances on many, many things in this country? I never really question anything if I want to do. I just am doing, and I'm
Right.
hoping that somehow things will work out. I will be doing okay job, and and I don't like to fold things away and say I tried and didn't do well. Then I think the radio was the biggest really dream of mine many years ago before I came to your
You
station.
see, and for me as well. And
Yeah.
it's because I
Yeah.
think we both love music a lot, so we
Yeah.
listen to radio a lot.
Yeah.
And you always imagine yourself, what it would be like behind the microphone.
Yeah.
And,
Who wants you to listen to what we are saying
Exactly.
first, and then having the taste for the guests, because it's not like we are inviting our own guests. I am really personally introducing or inviting everybody who is sitting next to me, hoping that people will find these people very attractive. And
Yeah.
you're right, 50% they are musician and artists, because I am artist and musician, that I feel in this country we live next to people with an accent, but we almost know that they are part of all this beautiful culture, but we don't care too much knowing their life journey and what make them sometimes very successful here. And sometimes looking at Americans people, I think that they don't work too hard with everything what is given to them compared to people with an accent.
Right.
They giving up easier on their dreams. When people with an accent, if they want to succeed, they work so hard, 3 times harder.
Right, and
even.
overcoming that, because
Yes.
you know what happens is
Yeah.
people don't understand this, but and I never really had this problem, but I know when people are not very good at the language, or actually that's not what I mean. People are good at the language, but they have a very heavy accent. People might think that these people are less intelligent
Yeah.
because they have an accent. They don't understand that in their own language, they can be very smart.
Yes.
And even in the new language, they're very smart. It's just that they have an accent, but they can express themselves.
If
you know?
somebody
They
posts
have
on
their
a
own
Yeah, I mean-
unique way of expressing themselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, look, if I do say so myself, my English is impeccable. I have a radio show. I read a lot. I talk a lot. So I speak very well, but I do have that little hint of an accent, and it's often a topic of conversation because the bottom line is I think most people that have an accent are self-conscious of it, right? Now, when
They
people
shouldn't
come,
be.
no, they
Yeah.
shouldn't be, right?
Yeah,
But
no.
the thing is, I've had this problem for a long time because when I came here at 16, and I wanted to blend in. So when you're in school, you don't want to seem like somebody else. So I tried really hard to blend in, but no matter what you do, you can't lose your accent, at
Yeah.
least in the beginning. That's
Absolutely.
one thing. Another thing about accents that I discovered is when you are, if you start a new language before you're 12 years old,
You're
you'll
stuck
probably not
with an
retain
accent.
your old
Eliminate,
accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you come after that, you probably will retain your accent unless you work on it really hard. I went to a speech coach and someone who specializes in accents, and he was showing me the differences. Especially, he wrote a book for Russian-speaking immigrants, so.
We always
So he
struggle with the
compared a
accents.
lot. Yeah, he compared a lot because Russians can have a heavy accent in
thicker-
English.
thicker way,
In
yes.
English, right? So, but he showed me how some things are like said differently. But you know what? I went there about 4 times. I didn't feel any improvement, and I thought the hell with it. You know,
No, yeah.
It's hard to do.
I
It's
think
really
we are
hard
so
to do.
colorful people, and after a while, when we prove that we are good, nobody really cares, and we are the colorful part of America. Then I think
Yeah.
even people reaching out in America to us and saying, "Wow, it's a topic for discussion. Where are you from?"
Right.
First question. That's I love your accent or something like that. And I like this about this country. It just welcomes you instead of making you separate. What makes us
It's true.
separate is our head.
Right.
Sometimes we separate ourselves from the rest of it. But I love to bring the life stories of people with an accent, especially when they're fighters and they have own dreams and they do very, very good job. And I think for the first time, I would love to play a commercial for the very unusual financial institution, which seems like is directed for people to people with an accent. It's called Polam, and this institution, I just learned more and more, is also loving artists and supports artistic part of Polish Film Festival. It's just and it's
Wow.
not is for for
Non-profit.
non-for-profit, which means
Not for profit.
Then the private institution.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I need to read very well that I will not make mistake, but I think commercial is pretty sweet and
Self-explanatory.
self-explanatory.
Okay,
And I think everybody
let's
who
do
has
it.
an accent just need to call them. It's called Polam.
What's Poland? What does it stand for? Poland something?
Yes.
Poland, America.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Very cool name.
How would you like to own a financial institution? The Polam Federal Credit Union is a member-owned financial institution that serves exclusively the Southern California region with offices in Los Angeles and Orange. Like banks, Polam accepts deposits, makes loans, and provides financial services. The credit union is federally insured by the NCUA and is an equal opportunity lender. Unlike banks, Polam is nonprofit, which means better rates and lower fees, as well as great personalized customer service. After all, when you're a member, you're also an owner. We'd love to hear from you. Visit us at polam.org. Polam Federal Credit Union, bringing the charm of Europe to Southern California.
Awesome.
It's so cool.
like
The
that,
places
yeah.
like that exist and it's pretty strong. It's from 69, I understand. And like I said, I want to make this clear because I wrote this to not mess up anything up. That Polam is not for profit, full service financial institution. Polonia Bank alternative since 1969. And I think, I hope a lot of people know about this bank. But if they don't, God, they will know now. And
Now
we'll be
you
helping
know.
spread the word the
Yeah,
best like we
right.
can. And thank you for supporting art, which is very unusual. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Great cause.
Yeah, great cause. Then I think we need to focus a little bit on the music, which we love with Sam so much.
Yes.
Sam, I know you have new channel, yes, music channel also.
Yes, we launched the music channel. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to it, Ilona, but you should, because think about it. It's like listening to someone's playlist, and really, I mean, if I do say so myself, I have pretty good taste in music, meaning that when people listen to what I listen to, they go, wow, who's that?
Yeah.
So I put together about 400 or 500 songs from the 70s until now that I've thought were great hits, but not the stuff you necessarily hear
Over
all
and
the
over
time
and over.
over
It's
again.
your
you know?
taste.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
really
so-
Sam's taste.
So, but it can be still from major artists, some lesser known artists, but even major
Wow.
artists, we would do it I mean, I put on songs that are less known, maybe, or something that are as amazing.
I want to be there, and I know I promised to send one of the song, and I know you'll be playing because you have no choice.
Yeah, well, we've been playing this song for many years, actually.
Yeah, Musical, hopefully, yes. I
Nah,
don't know which one.
I think we still have one.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you make sure if you have any new ones to give us. We'll
I have
put it on the
70 of them,
playlist.
but I will send you second
We'll
one.
put it on the playlist.
I would
Why
love
not?
it,
Of
and
course.
that's why
we
I'm
love
he-
Ilona. We love
Yes,
Ilona.
Yeah.
no choice.
Yeah.
I love this
Go,
radio
Lorna.
station, and that's why I'm hoping you will find so interesting and attractive the songs that we'll be talking about and playing. And Ivan, you need to just explain first who you are as a musician. I know you are a rocker. I know you are very unusual a rocker that they don't exist almost anymore. It's like the bestest of 90s
Yeah, the
and
dying
80s.
species.
Yes.
The
And
dying
just
species
tell
of
us your
rock.
little life story. How this happened that a gentleman, gorgeous gentleman, a very younger, always he will be looking like that, I feel.
Yeah,
And
huh?
they came from Russia, listened to classical rock, and decided that you want to fight your demons or maybe your angels in LA and just see how far you can get in this wonderful, crazy business.
Well, of course, it's hard to like tell you the whole story, just a few words. But of course, yeah, it's always been my dream to be a musician. Pretty much from the very start, I started writing songs at the age of 8, and back in Russia, I started writing it in English. As soon as I started studying it in school, so this was something unusual for all the kids. And they were like, "Why are you writing it in English?" And even though I wrote stuff in Russian as well, and I'm published a writer as well, and but the English thing was kind of my trademark in a sense.
Right.
And
Because you were attracted to English, right? I mean, were you like fascinated by
Yeah, I was
English for
fascinated by the
movies and
sound.
music, right?
music, the pop music, the level and the quality of pop music that was coming out of Europe and America was, something that could mesmerize you as a kid.
Right.
In the
And
90s.
it really is. I think English is a cool language, don't you think?
Yeah, it's very melodical. It's like Italian almost. It's very easy to
it
sing
is very
Italian and
melodic.
Yeah.
in English much
And it's
better than-
universal.
Right,
universal.
exactly. It's easier because you don't get the khas and all
Yeah,
that
shish,
stuff.
like in Polish,
Right.
so much of them. like-
Exactly, that many languages
It's good
don't
for bossa
have.
novas, but
Yeah,
it's
right?
not good for love song too much.
Every language is beautiful, and now today I'll prove
Yes.
that I'll sing a song in Russian later.
Wow, that'd
That
be
is
Yes,
cool.
that
But-
sounds very beautiful too.
Ivan,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
left America for a reason that you really wanted to see what's going on
Yes.
in this country, and can you really fight with the bestest? But you had your heart broken.
Well-
Your family really wasn't the happy, peaceful zone for you.
Well, every family, when we say in Russia, when you lose your father, you're half an orphan. When you lose your mother, you are an orphan. And I lost my mother when I was 12.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
yes, she died of cancer. Yesterday was her birthday. By the way,
Wow.
Happy
she would have
birthday,
been
Mom.
Yes, happy birthday, mom, and I
Wow.
hope you hear me and
How old
hopefully
would
you're
she have
proud of
been?
me.
How old would she have been today?
She would have been 63.
Really?
Only 60. Yeah, she died
Wow,
at 43
that's
years old.
young. Wow.
So not fair, but you got to move on because that's life.
Yeah.
And but things kind of were shaky on the family side. A Cinderella type of stepmother, and who wouldn't even allow me to play music. Actually,
Really?
yeah, and
Wow,
that
how
kind of
terrible
was
is that?
kept it a secret for a little bit. But you have to fight through it, and that's what I probably learned, to just go through it, just fight
And
through.
you left with
And- and
practically nothing.
I
yes?
left with nothing because everything that I spent was just to get a ticket and a visa to come here.
Mhm.
So I came here with my guitar and
Yeah.
like a bag with socks and underwear.
Wow. You see, and those are the people that I find are more likely to succeed than people that come here with money. Because you're starting at the bottom, you're hungry.
And he was
you know,
homeless. He was
yeah,
practically-
wow.
Literally hungry and
Really?
Hungry,
So
homeless.
what made you
Homeless.
come here if you didn't have anything to start with?
it's the drive, and in a sense I
I
just
guess-
had to leave that place where I was. It was a very dark place emotionally, and it's not like anything to do with Russia, but it's just that where I was at the time was a dark place.
Yeah.
And
So you had
and
to
I
get away
wanted
from
to-
it.
I
as
wanted to
far
get
as
away from
possible.
it as far as I could, but also it's always been, it's like all roads led into that in that direction, because I always wanted to study rock and roll, in the sense of I wanted to go to the country where rock and roll started, where the great pop music started, and I wanted to inhale it, and I wanted to compete with the best.
Yeah.
I
wow.
think we are talking about music, about your talent, and I would
Yeah.
love you to play maybe the most important song that we would love to talk about. That you have some mission right now in you. About
You put me on the
this
spot. I
band.
haven't rehearsed it today, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's so funny because
Yeah,
obviously we
I'm-
played. He called this demo as premiere on Accent On. I always love to play something
Yeah, we
nobody
just
heard
premiered it
before.
on the
But
radio.
you won't make the song which you titled.
Yeah, the song that I wrote, actually one of my newest songs, and I wrote it last year in December, because I was affected deeply by all the things that are happening in the world, especially with terrorist attacks, the Russian plane downing, the Bataclan Paris attacks, and it's going on everywhere in Africa, in the U.S., San Bernardino, crazy
Right.
stuff.
Right.
And it's all really tied to the conflict in Syria. And I wrote a song that, because I was deeply affected, some of my I almost like had my family lives in St. Petersburg, and the plane was flying there, so I was calling like, are you guys okay? And my friends in France, I was calling as well, because the whole country was on lockdown. So this pain, this intense feeling that I had, of course, that's what we do, musicians. We express it in a song. We deal with it in a musical way. So I wrote a song, and it was the end of the year, so I called it "The End of the Broken World."
This is so beautiful song. Please, everybody, if somebody's interested to listen to a live version, demo version, really good demo version on Accent on the radio, then please just go to our archives and you can listen to the song already. But the goal is for you, and you already got interest from very known charitable places.
Yeah, my goal from the get-go basically was that I wanted to make this into a charity single and raise money with it, and for it to be a collective effort of many great musicians coming together and sing it in a We Are the World kind of style.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think We Are the World happened 30 years ago, and
Wow,
nothing
that long
that
ago,
great.
huh?
Yes, it was
it
30
seems
years
like
ago.
yesterday, man.
And you have already one very good
It's
musician.
like
that
all
is
of
part-
me ago,
Yeah,
pretty much.
right.
And
You have one musician already that is attached to this
yes,
project.
I have the saxophone player of Pink Floyd, Scott Page, an amazing musician, has already
Yeah.
endorsed this project, and we played a few shows together. We played the song live together.
Very impressive.
And
and-
what organization contacted you and they just...
The charity, one of the biggest charities in the world, World Vision, is also is coming on board. We just received a call from them. They love the song and they want to work with us to be able to, maybe put some events together and to set up the fundraiser and all those things.
And now
So-
my eyes are going towards Sam because I
Yeah.
know we have the right now nice channel for music. Then if you like the song, if you like the demo that I played, maybe
Yes.
Ivan can send it to you and we can just stir the pot and just make people sneak the song. You will love the
It's
song.
just
Yeah.
a demo.
It's
for
So
just-
why
now.
don't we
Yeah.
play it now? Do you
Uh,
want me to? Do you have it on YouTube or something, or on the
we
internet
had
at all?
on Accent On, but I don't know how fast we can do. But maybe
I
will be
No,
this
no, but
it's,
let
okay
me
to
ask
it's
you
a
play.
piano
this.
song. That's why.
It's hard for you to.
I can-
What
I
about
do
your
Maybe
it
let
live.
him play.
What
a
about
little-
your song? Is yours online too?
Oh, he has songs right now.
Yeah.
He can play live for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
let's do a little
Let's do a
piece.
live
The
song.
song was written for the piano, and I asked him to play right
Yeah.
right now. Then maybe I'm getting you into
It's a
trouble
song
in a
that
way,
I-
but I'm so happy that you are willing to just.
So
Play for
I'm
us.
gonna do an acoustic guitar version.
Wow,
Okay. And
hopefully
this
do it
is
right.
close to the microphone. We
like the end of the world. What was it again?
You see, yeah, it's the end of the broken
Of
world.
the
because
broken world.
Broken is very important because
Right.
otherwise it's like it's
No, I
apocalyptic.
knew the word
Yeah.
broken was there somewhere. I didn't
It's
remember
a
where.
good
Okay,
Yeah.
the end of the broken
ideas,
world.
yes.
I'm just gonna do
Part
I
of
can
the
do, I
song.
can do a whole song. I mean, it's no
Whatever.
big deal. Yeah.
It's your
Let me
choice.
just go for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Open up the blinds. You see the world is ending right before your eyes. It's time to stop pretending all the wars we had were demons in our heads. So why did we let them out? It's the end of the broken world, laying in the dark. It's the end of the broken world. We all matter now, the North and the South. Let's unite, yeah, and make the new world. Take another step. No matter where you stand, it's H-E-L-P, help. Cyanide to Bataclan, let ignorance and hate never rule this place. Just hear what the children say. It's the end of the broken world, laying in the dark. It's the end of the broken world. We all matter now, the North and the South. Let's unite, yeah, and make the new world shine. Let's make the new world shine. Let's make the new world out. It's the end of the broken world. It's the end of the broken world, laying in the dark. It's the end of the broken world. We all matter now, the North and the South. Let's unite, yeah, and make the new world shine. Shine with love.
Wow.
Oh, I love it.
Very
Thank you.
cool
So
song. Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Didn't warm up, but it's fine.
Honey, you
Yeah.
did beautifully.
Yeah.
Thank
What a
you.
nice song. Demo is just gorgeous already, orchestrated very nicely. I know you want to include artists, more artists into the song, and I know
Yes,
it's in
I see it
progression.
as a collective effort, and where everybody kind of comes in. Like you remember "We Are the World" and sings
Yes.
a line.
That would be
Yeah.
nice. That
And,
would be
But I
really
think the
nice.
We're
song is
working on
already
that.
so beautiful. I know you trust me when it comes to music, Sam. And if we, I would love to send you this MP3 and just you
Yeah, why
decide
not? Yeah.
and just make people feel good, because that's
Yeah.
important for all of us to the love in the air.
yes.
Is
Look,
so
you're well
important, but-
connected. You know the host that knows me.
I
She knows the way to my heart.
know,
And
I-
you see, you got airplay for your song
Like I say, I
now.
got an in.
Yeah, we
I-
need
I'm
we need a
in
we-
crowd.
It's who you know.
Not
It's always
exactly
who
who
you
you
know.
know.
Yeah,
in
but
this-
not
in this town,
everything
right?
you can push on somebody. This is
No,
so
obviously,
important
you
for
got to
me.
have quality.
And we were talking a little bit politics. I know you love to talk politics, Sam.
I do. In fact, after
hate
this,
to
I'm
talk
going on a
politics.
politics show.
I'm
I'm good.
scared because I don't know really your political I read
Political
sometimes
outlook?
outlooks. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you tell us. We were mentioning a little bit because we are from Poland and Russia. We have this
Right.
view, maybe more socialistic, on what the election
That's
is about.
true, right?
You also have two different points of view,
Right,
from
but
Israel
but
and
you have
America.
to understand. I did most of my or all of my growing up really
Yeah.
since I was 16 years old. I did here.
Yeah.
I
But you
identify.
must see from parents' perspective certain things too.
Yes, I do. I do absolutely, and I do tend to defend Israel and,
Yeah.
and things like that. And Jewish people, because that's just what you do. But essentially, my politics has been shaped by living here.
Yeah.
And by how it affects us, But he says he's uncomfortable with politics.
No,
Maybe
no,
we should
fine, I
talk
was
about
No,
it.
joking.
we're joking.
Oh,
but,
you were?
But this
Joking,
is
yeah,
just the
it's
most
okay.
entertaining election yet.
Yes.
ever.
Yeah, I personally think
And
it's the
we-
most entertaining
We
election.
love it
Right?
because
Just because of that guy's hair.
And
Good.
no.
Well, whatever it takes to
Whatever
get
takes.
people to vote,
talk
right?
and just have little fun with it. And because it's
Exactly.
so entertaining, seems like not so bloody and very horribly is mean, is funny,
Right,
is really
yeah.
Playful back and forth.
She's
We
talking
have-
about Trump for those
Trump,
of you who don't
Donald
know.
No, we
Trump.
ha-
If you can figure out our elections.
Yeah, of course. But we have a Trump who can say everything,
we're scared to
what
say
he
his name.
thinks. He
Right.
says stuff that a
But
lot
is
of people
that
think
necessarily
about.
a good thing?
For people to decide, and we have a
Right.
woman that we think maybe is supposed to be a president. It's time for a woman, and we have an older gentleman
I
who
say
just
feel the burn.
enough.
I
Right.
say feel the burn.
Feel the burn, right?
And you have an older gentleman
Yeah.
who popped up from like
Bernie
nowhere,
Sanders.
and
But you do come from a socialistic
That's what I'm saying.
Not
I am
background,
completely.
so you can identify with him.
Yeah,
And
I feel
everything.
like
Oh, wow.
a miracle is happening because
Yeah, because you get the both worlds, the best of
Yes.
both worlds, right? You get capitalism and
yes,
socialism together.
and you know,
Yeah.
happened that his Sanders is not the youngest person, or not person that we even knew before he started being
Mm-hmm.
so popular. But things that he says can really unite us as being born
true.
and raised in a socialistic countries, which had, a lot of good about being in a country and raised, like free education or healthcare.
No,
and
absolutely.
a lot
Deny
of-
that, yeah.
Yeah,
Look, we
a lot
have
of
free
good stuff.
education here.
Culture,
You're talking.
art.
We have free education. You're talking about
Yes.
higher education,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yes.
of
Okay.
course,
Well,
of
we
course.
can discuss
Universities,
that
yeah.
too. But the thing is that just to give you my political
Yes,
view,
give us some
as
politics.
I totally think socialism doesn't work.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that it totally does not belong, but
No.
it can't be the dominating tone
It
in a
cannot.
capitalistic country.
But
I
do you
agree.
think
know what
that
I'm saying?
what is so many
Right.
young people and parents who really want to hear what Sanders is saying, then do you think he has a chance?
Who? Trump?
No.
Sanders.
Oh, Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I
Yes,
do.
me too.
I do because he's got receipts to show for it. What I'm saying is he's already shown that he can win and win
Yeah.
big.
Young
Yeah.
people vote for him.
Yes.
They
for
do.
all-
But I
even
know
lot of young
why.
women.
But I know
We know
why.
why
But I'll
too.
tell you why. It's because young people want it easy and he makes it seem easy to
Yeah.
get.
He's like
you
a
know.
good grandpa.
Exactly. Like here, I'll give you all the stuff that you want, but
Okay.
who's going to pay for it? We are.
I don't know.
All the billionaires, he says.
Okay,
Well,
what
no, I'm
about-
not a billionaire. I'm not even close to being
I know.
rich. But to me, that doesn't work because in order to do that, they have to raise taxes.
Yeah.
Now,
They
when
will,
you raise
yes.
taxes, the rich pay more.
Yeah. Of
Right.
course.
Okay. So that's where they're going to get the money to pay for all those social programs.
Yeah.
This is redistribution of wealth.
Yeah.
This is taking money from the rich and given to the poor.
How socialistic
Now-
country could afford all of this?
What's that?
How socialistic countries can afford
But how
all of
long
that?
can they sustain themselves?
What about
You know?
Switzerland?
See,
What
the
about
biggest
all
country
capitalistic country in
Couldn't
Europe?
do it for just 70 years. Not that long in the historic point,
Right.
from the historic point of view. 70 years is nothing.
No,
And
absolutely.
they couldn't do it because
Absolutely.
with all the resources, things started falling apart. We needed a change.
Right.
So yes, socialism is, in the sense of, just by itself, is a utopia.
Right,
But-
exactly.
but-
And it's not, you see, that's
but
the thing.
with-
I mean,
but
look at the
with-
Soviet Union. Communism is a more extreme form of socialism.
Yeah.
But
Well,
at the
communism,
same,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Right. And so essentially, where communism also is more like a political view, where socialism is more economic view.
But certain
But-
things from socialism could be adopted.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I think
The
if we will
hybrid
have
is what's interesting.
But you see, the thing is first let me ask you. You brought
Yes.
up Switzerland. Let me ask you this, Ilona.
Yes.
How come you're here and not in Switzerland?
I fell in love with an American man.
Oh, American man.
I will
It's all
never,
about that,
I
No,
will
but now-
never leave Poland. Honestly, if not for the situation that I just met somebody from America, I
Really?
never ever.
So why wouldn't you
moved.
go back now?
Oh,
Ilona?
I have a child.
Yeah.
here, and obvious I have a roots, 25 years old
That's
roots
true.
here. But
So it's
I'm
home for you now.
I'm coming back and forth. I'm dreaming to just make the both countries my own
Yeah, your home.
land. I think it's possible. Yeah, that's an individual story of my life. I don't think so as a political view, because it's not. It's
Right.
just, I think, like you said, whenever you're happy, that's probably where is your home. And I was happy in both countries as a
Right.
country. And I love America, I love Poland. But, I know that certain things like you need to educate people, have a higher education to make more rich people, to
Right.
make your country rich. Then certain things I see like almost necessary things allowed everybody to get the highest education if they want. I know it's trouble if everybody will be educated, where we get a job for everybody to work for. It's complicated, but I love this political time in America.
No, it's
very cool.
amazing, because
With Mr. Trump, it's petrifying also because he has so much to lose. He has big family. He speaks things that everybody is almost scared that
To
he
say.
can say out loud.
Right.
He,
But
it seems
not
like
only that, but he says things that are really not popular. It's not just about speaking your mind, but about the fact that, look, in the beginning, I read his book from 2011. He had a book.
yeah.
And then I felt, this, and that was at the beginning, like in July or something, when it just started. And I wanted to see who this guy's about. I read his things about China and about our military and Iran and all this stuff, and I thought, this is like stuff he wrote about 5 years ago, and it's still relevant. China devaluing its money in order to stick it to us economically and all this stuff. And I thought, this guy has something to say, so let's listen to him. The problem is he puts his foot in his mouth. He
Yeah.
keeps saying stuff that is not presidential. And what I'm saying is that alienates a lot of people, even Republicans. I, in my right mind, cannot vote for him.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm
what
saying?
about we have
No
a woman?
comment.
What about Clinton?
What do you mean?
I'm just
No
saying
comment.
no comment because
Okay, you
no,
don't
it-
wanna-
I know. I do not support Trump, but
Trump.
because I don't even.
Stop.
It's just crazy.
Yeah,
To me, it's,
yeah.
Yes, he's an outsider, but sometimes it's just getting. Wow,
No, he's out of
you don't
control.
even know
He's out
what
of
to-
control,
what-
Yeah,
this
it's hard
guy.
to
His
control.
own party is scared of him. They're like,
Right.
what do we do with this guy?
Exactly.
It's like
because
free
he's
horse.
going to make him lose the election.
Yeah.
He is.
It's very interesting
He's-
to watch. I love that young people. I have so many young students I'm coaching, singing, and they are young, 12 years old, 13 years old, beautiful artists. They talk politics in school, after
Wow,
school.
really?
They come to
That's
me
young.
and they're talking,
Wow.
they're reading. Lovely. Then I think whatever is happening, whatever controversial election is, I think it's perfect because it makes people talk, and
Exactly.
hopefully something good will happen because of that. We have one song that you would like to sing for us, and is in Russian. Then I think we never had an artist
Yeah.
yet that sings. I had Portuguese singer. I think Thais was singing also in Portuguese. But now we will be having song in Russian. That's beautiful, and I cannot wait for us to
Let's
listen.
do it.
It's a song I wrote back in Russia. It's called "Тихая," which means quiet, and but it's really about that place in your heart that that soft spot in your heart about something, maybe a love that you lost or something, sadness, but that you were able to overcome, but sometimes you still come back to it and you think about it, and just maybe it makes you feel a little sad, but in a sense it's like like rainy weather, that
Right.
kind of thing.
Melancholy.
So
Yeah.
it's
Can
Тихая.
can I suggest something for best results? You
Yes.
should use the headphones, and so you'll see that you
Yes.
don't want to sing too closely to the microphone. And I'm just saying that because I want
That's a
I want
bold
it to
talking.
sound I
Love
want it
it.
to sound as good as possible.
Thank you so
Man,
much.
I won't look as sexy, With headphones, it's like
You look great.
I'm
This
just
is a
kidding.
radio show. It's not a TV show. Relax.
I'm joking.
I know you are.
Okay.
Yeah, just fix it there, and then you'll see when you sing too loud into the mic,
Yes,
you'll pull back.
I fully agree with you.
Go
on
ahead,
that, yes.
and I'll adjust it here if I have to.
Maybe
go
I
ahead.
need to put it
No,
somewhere in
don't
between.
move the thing. It's gonna fall. That's fine.
You can hear my guitar.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Тихая, нежная, светлая, вешняя, небо река, уходящая ввысь. Дай мне на миг твоего безбрежия в тающем сне под названием жизнь, в тающем сне под названием жизнь. Начиналась полями зелеными, в реках ночных золотилась вода. Все, что я видел глазами влюбленными, я окрестил тихим словом мечта. Я окрестил тихим словом мечта. Вновь улыбалась мне в тот самый день перед вечной зимой, в тот самый час, где душа осталась, и в тот самый миг мы простились с тобой, в тот самый миг мы простились с тобой, моя нежная, тихая, вешняя, небо-река, уходящая ввысь. Дай мне на миг твоего безбрежия в тающем сне под названием жизнь, в тающем сне под названием жизнь.
Yeah, bravo.
Спасибо. Thank you so much.
Спасибо. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
I haven't played this one for a while too, and it's great to come back to to the roots sometimes, to something I've done years
Yeah.
ago, and I was back then. I really thought of coming to America, to Hollywood, as a total miracle, because for me just to get here,
Yeah,
it was
a big deal, right?
big deal and a great struggle.
Right.
But it's almost surreal that I'm playing it now on like American TV program. It's crazy.
Right.
That's lovely. It's just,
Awesome.
I'm not saying beginning because you didn't mention, but you have some successes right now in this year. Maybe you can tell us a little bit your charts and your video. It is just things are doing well for you.
Things started to pick up, and for my project, which is called Privet Earth, which is my band, it means Hello Earth, and we've done a music video with sponsored by Fiat. Yeah,
Nice.
pretty much showcasing their new 500X model in our video, and it was a song called Big City, and the video actually charted in Italy, and it stayed in the charts for like 20 something weeks, which was like unheard of. And then the known American magazine Music Connection, which is also published in Canada, they placed Privet Earth in the top 25 best new acts of the year, which
Is
again
that
was
pretty
a
cool?
great,
That's
great
nice.
honor.
That's
Wow.
very, very cool.
Again, for
Nice.
me, and where I come from, this is already a big deal. But of course, I never stop. I want to accomplish more. And my next project, The End of the Broken World, is something I'm deeply affectionate and passionate about. And of course, the next album, the journey, the music never stops. We want to tour the world and all of that beautiful stuff. So
Amazing.
Beautiful.
yeah.
Okay, then today we are almost done
We are
with
out of
our
time.
show. It was a very, very important show for me.
Thank you
Boss-
for
But the
having me.
boss has to
boss
remind
was
her.
in a studio, and I'm honored to have you as my
Thank you
guest.
so much,
Sam,
Ilona.
It was
thank
great
you so
meeting
much.
you.
You too.
on air,
Always a
and
pleasure.
yes.
Ivan Smirnov from Privet Earth and Ilona Europa, host. And thank you so much for listening and watching.
Thank
our
you
show.
so much. Спасибо.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You're listening to Accent on TV. Best of Poland and Europe. Right here on LA Talk Radio.